Start. Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to the Global School Alliance webinar for July. We're actually very proud and delighted to be joining you from the wonderful Bobby Moore Academy in East London. A first for us, but we thought it was very important that we highlight the great work that this wonderful school is doing all around the importance of building a legacy of empathy through global partnerships. The Global School Alliance has always been about building partnerships and celebrating global connectedness. And we're very delighted to be joined by the Vice Principal of Bobby Moore Academy, Scott Mundy, who will be telling us about this great school and about how building a legacy and showing that young people are using education to make that great start in life is at the very heart of the school. We'll give an overview of the Global School Alliance. Please use the chat function if you've got anything to say in terms of any insights, anything you hear. We'll be sharing the PowerPoints with you. Do share your comments on social media as well using the hashtag GSchoolAlliance, and we'll have the opportunity at the end for you to come and share your insights as well. We're also delighted to be joined by the wonderful Dr. Neha Sharma. Neha is an amazing educator, represents a group of schools, the APJ schools across India. And she's an incredibly important part of our network of over 15,000 now, globally minded educators and schools in more than 140 countries. Because at the heart of our work is that development of global education, supporting young people, educators to open their minds to the key value of global connectedness. And certainly global citizenship has always underpinned our activity. So do get involved with our wider network. Our platform is free of charge to join. Lots of projects you can join there, lots of groups. We're delighted to have a range of articles and blogs written by our community, lots of online courses you get involved with, and partnership groups. So do join us today if you haven't already done so. And please consider becoming an ambassador. And I think we're going to sign up Scott Mundy today to be a Global School Alliance ambassador. It's very much about representing the key values of global connectedness, global communication with your wider network and getting involved with all of our activities. So if you're interested in your country, in your community of schools, in becoming an ambassador, there's the link, and we'd be delighted to have a call with you as well. And of course, our recognition of schools is all about ensuring that the great work you do is recognised. So we have our Global School Awards, which recognise and celebrate the key value of all the great work you're doing. Very easy to get bronze level, where you have to tell us about the work you're already involved with and how you're doing with your action planning and having an international coordinator. That builds up to silver, where we support and promote the value of online collaborative activity. And of course, the prestigious Gold Award, which is very much for schools that are involved with face-to-face engagement, similar to what we'll be talking about today, the importance of authentic engagement with student groups and educator groups. So do get involved with our awards as well. So do join the Global School Alliance community. The links are there. Do get involved in our webinars. They're every month. If you'd like to get involved with one of our webinars, tell us about your school, about your best practice. We'd be delighted to promote that. The link for the Global School Awards. And also something we're very keen on is the importance of student voice. So we have both primary and secondary student councils where we promote a whole range of issues, particularly around the sustainable development goals now, the issues around climate change, where the voice of young people is an incredibly important part of that. So do get involved with us. And of course, throughout your global journey, your exciting and impactful global journey, the Global School Alliance is a key partner with you. So we can get you that international partner, support your language development through that. We can certainly give you lots of resources, lots of ideas. Hello, Romania. Good to see you, Adriana. We can certainly promote a whole school approach to embedding that international approach. And also we can support you to travel to visit your partner school to ensure that authentic engagement and bring the partnership to life and ensure that, again, young people are meeting their counterparts to have those important language experiences. So we wanted to include a big aspect today of international partnerships through hosting. We're very proud of the great work that Bobby Moore Academy are doing with our friends from China. They're having a great week. And so if you're interested in becoming a hosting school, we'd be delighted to get involved with you for that element of it. Open your doors, enrich your community, be proud to host. And we'll be hearing a lot more about that later. The benefits of hosting, certainly it's that authentic engagement, cultural awareness, empowering your global student ambassadors. It's a great way to develop confident and responsible young learners because they are very much the ambassadors for the school. Hello, Albania. Good to see you, Manuela. Celebrating diversity in languages, and certainly there is also a hosting fee to support the whole hosting experience. So we'll be talking about hosting and about the key value of it as part of Scott's presentation. We've been delighted to work with a school in the east of London, Sanders Draper School, who recently hosted a group of Chinese students for us. And we'd be delighted to tell you more about the great work that they undertook for those 5 days in the school. Thanks, Hannah.
We're delighted to welcome 24 students to Sanders Draper. It's the second time that we've had students over. We find it a really beneficial experience for all of our students and our staff, and we hope that the visitors really enjoy themselves as well.
Hi, my name is Ariana. I am in year 8 and this is Dorothy.
Hi, my name is Miller and I'm in year 9 and this is Rhea and she's in grade 7.
Hi, my name is Devon. I'm 11 years old and I'm in year 7 currently. My Chinese name is Liu Chen and you can call me Daniel.
This opportunity to work with the Global Schools Alliance is incredible for our students. I have to be honest, I didn't realise how great it would be.
So I've been taking Rhea to lessons with me and helping her experience the culture at Sanders Draper School.
I will have in class with UK friends.
Right now we've been doing like science and they've seen what it's like in PE lessons.
We have class like French or some cooking class.
我们一起上了法语、历史还有英语、体育一些课程。
It's really nice to see them really engaging in the lessons and trying their hardest even when they don't necessarily understand, and also seeing how our kids accommodate them. So we've had a lot of our students like taking photos of the board and using translation apps to translate it into Mandarin so that they can copy that down into their books.
One of the reasons that we feel there's so many benefits is what our students get to take away from it. They get to meet a new buddy, they learn about a new culture. There's so much experience and enrichment and finding out things that they didn't know about before. At the same time, our visitors get to find out about us, about our local community, about our values and about our schooling, and hopefully we can both benefit from this experience.
In, I think, every lesson. My buddy had known something that I didn't, or I'd asked a question to someone else and she'd answer it for me.
So it's a real cultural capital learning experience for everyone in our school. And it's really, really good for our students to put themselves in a situation where they find it a little bit more difficult to communicate, so they have to use the tools that are available to them.
Well, I wanted to become a school buddy because I want everyone to be able to experience different cultures. Because I know when I went on a school trip to France, it was really enjoyable, and I loved seeing how different cultures played out in like real life rather than just reading about them in books.
You learn so much about them, like even not just from Dorothy. I've learned from so many of them what it's like to be in their hometown.
I'd say my favourite thing about being a buddy was kind of connecting with my student and like learning more about her.
The buddying system, if you get it right, having them with the right gender and similar age has really, really helped.
I think it's important to have friends in other countries because then you have, if you ever go back to that country, like how I have Daniel, and if I go to China, then maybe we can meet up and you have a sense of comfort in their country.
For younger students, it's definitely going to be a change of environment, but I think it's going to be enlightening for their future.
While you're with them, you can like learn different parts of their languages, different parts of their culture.
There's definitely a big difference when they come to us, when we go to them, because we're showing them our culture and we're showing them a completely different version of education.
It is the interaction and the understanding of different cultures and languages and how the rest of the world works that is one of the main educational benefits of any travel. This allows you to have that inside your own school without cost, with financial support to do it as well. And so the children benefit from a lot of the same experiences they would get if they travelled themselves to meet these students, but it's in your school.
I would say really do it because it's such a nice thing to have like that friend with you for like a week or two, just helping them out around the school. It makes you feel like a real role model.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sanders Draper. So we also have an amazing school in Romford, in Essex. They also recently hosted, and it was really interesting insight from the head teacher and their international coordinator, how they organized the week and had a really successful hosting week. So over to Bower Park School in Essex.
For our international visitors, I wanted to ensure that they were experiencing a range of activities and experiencing our curriculum in its entirety. They experienced a range of pedagogical styles, from group work to presentations to science experiments. We wanted them to enjoy our curriculum as much as our students do. They also experienced the opportunity of having a buddy one-to-one for 4 days. This not only enriched their experience, but also the experiences of our students who raise their social and cultural capital.
As principal of Bower Park Academy, it was a privilege to host Global School Alliance and our international visitors. It's a truly authentic experience for our guests, but also immersive for our students here at the Academy. I do believe in global citizenship, and it's an opportunity for children in our area to experience culture that they wouldn't normally in a school down the road. We've always had a passion for external visitors, but also visits where students can experience education outside the classroom. And thanks to the hard work of Miss O'Neill, who was our Global Schools Alliance representative, and the guests, the students, and they will cherish the experience they had with the 30 guests from China, and it will stay with them and the experience for the rest of their life. Next steps, we hope to make sure that our students get the chance to visit China itself.
Brilliant. Thanks, Eddie. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Bower Park. So as you can see, this is very much about building a legacy of understanding, of sharing, of communicating and collaborating, which is very much what the Global School Alliance is all about. So to tell us their incredible stories of sharing and celebrating their great schools, ensuring that young people are thinking and acting as global citizens, we have the wonderful Dr. Neha Sharma, who represents the APJ schools in India, and the wonderful Scott Mundy, who is Vice Principal of Bobbymore Academy. They'll be telling us their stories of global building your legacy, and also the key power and value of partnerships. So without further ado, it's hello Neha, over to you India, and hello Dr. Sharma, over to you.
Hello everyone. Okay, so I'll straight move to the presentation that I have prepared for today. And thank you, John, for inviting me here. It is indeed a pleasure. Like it is already feeling like we all are part of a big family, and that's a beautiful feeling. In India also, so we say Vasudev Kutumbakam. That means it is a Sanskrit phrase which means that the entire world is one family. So I don't know if you all remember or not, we hosted G20 summit few years back, and that was a theme that we shared with the world, that we believe that we all are one world, one family. And on that note, what I would like to share with you is a small quote from John Dewey, which says, "We do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience." And when we talk about global connections, I think we are living in a world where the global connections are no longer optional. They are now essential. And we are living in an increasingly interconnected world where our students must develop empathy, global awareness, and intercultural understanding. And we all, as educators, understand that this is something which is important and is getting even more important, because you never know a child who's studying in your school today, where in which country he will kind of go in for his undergrads or for his graduate programs, and finally, eventually join a job. So I think we have to prepare our students not only for success but for significance in a global context. And I believe I come from a country where stories are a routine. I have grown old listening to the stories from my grandparents, and here are a few stories that I've put together, curated together for you, so that I can make my point stronger. And do you know about the four travelers who were on a journey together? Give me a thumbs up if you know about those travelers. If not, I'm going to share about them to you. So let me check on the chat. Okay, I'm still waiting for your thumbs ups. Do you know about them? If no, then give me a smiley maybe, so that I get my cue that, oh, okay, you are interested in knowing about it. So let's do it quick. Let's do it really fast.
I don't think we've heard of the four travelers.
Good. Thank you, John, for validating that, telling that. Okay, so I think we have a very shy group of participants. Or so now, what I'll do is I'll straight move to the. Just a second. Uh, can I be excused for a minute? I'm really sorry. This is an urgent call. I'm really sorry. I need to just take a minute.
That's okay.
Just a minute. Sorry. Okay.
It's a great quote, that. We'll just give Neha another minute. Hope everything is okay in India. Are you okay, Neha? Okay, Neha, if you want, we can come back to you. Neha, we can come back to you, don't worry. Okay. Okay, we'll go back to Neha. Apologies. Hope everything is okay in India. And we'll pass straight to Scott Mundy.
Uh, I'm sorry, John.
Are
There
you
was
okay, Neha?
a control call. I
We
hope
we know we know the vicissitudes of
uh,
running a large school. Are you okay to continue?
yeah. I'm good to continue. Okay.
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 Good to see you back in the room, Neha. We were
Thank
just
you.
admiring that wonderful quote as well.
Yes. Okay. So, well, I was about to tell you about the four travelers. Now, these four travelers, one was a Persian, other one was a Turk, one was the next one was an Arab and a Greek. Now, they were together on a journey and they were hungry and they pulled their coins together. But when it came to buy food, they started arguing. And what was the argument about? The Persian said, let's buy angur. The Turk said, no, I want uzum. The Arab demanded inab and Greek insisted on a stifle. They fought not realizing these all these words meant same thing, which was grapes. Now when we talk about people living and coming from different parts of the country, of the world, we may speak different languages, but our hearts often desire same thing, and understanding and dialogue bridge our differences. And this is what we believe in and we try to do. That we have the vision that we have for global learning is that we empower our students to become compassionate, globally aware individuals, encourage intercultural respect and understanding, which of course we can do when we do a lot of exchanges, be it virtual exchanges, be it exchanges in person, like hosting families and children from other countries. So this somehow collaborates, it promotes collaborative learning experiences beyond border. I remember that in one of my schools we hosted students, 25 students from Germany. So they learned our folk dances, folk songs, and we learned theirs. And when on the final day everybody presented, it was something marvelous. And somehow we all felt that, when we talk about doing things together, when we talk about having fun together, everybody thinks the same, behaves the same, and that was a lovely feeling. And yes, we have our national education policy, wherein which focuses on global citizenship and 21st century skills. So when we talk about global learning, we think about that also, that we have to develop these 21st century skills of collaboration, cultural connect, interpersonal relationships, and so on and so forth, with on I mean for our students. So if we talk about our group of schools, if we talk about our country, we have to share with you that why for us global connections matter. Because we believe that it builds empathy and tolerance, it enhances communication and collaboration skills. Of course, it promotes critical thinking and open mindedness also, and believes global competence, the ability to act on issues of global significance. And I think it is very, very important that we all start thinking about, you know, world as one. Because the challenge is, if the water is not pure here, for sure it's going to impact other places as well. If we are facing a crisis, for sure, if not today, tomorrow, it's going to impact others as well. And here, what is important for us is to be flexible, to be appreciative, to be empathetic about others. And here, I just want to know that whether you are a bamboo or an oak tree. Now, do you know what is the difference between being a bamboo or an oak tree? Well, it is simple. So when we talk about oak tree, so there was an oak tree which stood tall and proud besides a bamboo plant. The oak mocked the bamboo for bending so easily in the wind. And one day a great storm came, and the oak stood firm until it cracked and fell. But the bamboo swayed and bent and survived. So, when we talk about global connections, what is important for us to understand is that flexibility and openness makes us resilient. And in our global world, those who adapt and understand others, they survive and thrive. And hence, I feel very strongly that we all must understand this and try and connect with each other. We have to come together as a big family and increase and make our global footprint very, very effective. So what we do at APG schools is that we do a lot of collaborative projects, like we have done with the schools in UK, Australia, France, UAE, Germany, and we have participated in a lot of global model MUNs, like the student exchange programs, and of course virtual twinning initiatives. We also do a lot of international career fairs and university partnerships. A lot of our students are studying in studies abroad, be it France, be it Germany and US, and lot many countries. And yes, we have also been awarded British Council's recognition for international dimensions. So this is an accreditation which we are very proud of. And some more impactful initiatives that we have done at APJ, I would like to share that we have done virtual exchange program with schools in US. We have done a UK, sorry, and we have done joint storytelling sessions. We have taken up climate action projects. We focus strongly on SDG projects, and we have done joint work, student work on SDG project with international friends and peers. Then we have cultural exchange, like very recently we celebrated France National Day. Then we celebrate traditional festivals and traditions, of course, together. We do a lot of pen pals and blog exchanges, and which, of course, like very recently, there's one project that we did through GSA platform only, which was letters of peace. So we connected with a school in Greece where our students sent letter of peace to them, and we received letter of peace from. So the process is still on, and I'll soon be sharing with you, John, once we conclude the whole thing. And of course, we do a lot of global reading challenges and quizzes. So there are a lot of things that we keep doing. And when we talk about, world, so I'll share about a fish. So there was a fish which was blind, and this fish was living in a lake which was inhabited, and only this fish was living there. And this fish believed that the world ended in that water, at the water's edge. So one day, a migrating bird dropped a seed into the lake, and the young fish ate it and dreamt of mountains, forest, and the sun. And then, you know, he told others about it, but then others, those who were living there in that lake, they did not believe that fish. They said, no, 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 there's nothing beyond this water. And then this fish decided to jump out of, and then this saw, and he saw the sky, and for a moment before falling black. Now when you know he came back, he started telling everyone there that there is something beyond this, and yes, we have to explore this world beyond our countries, our cities, our schools, because until unless we do that, we won't grow. And in order to grow, we must sometimes leap beyond our boundaries. And what better way to connect with schools across the globe? And when we talk about doing that, when we talk about growing, connecting with other schools helps us build global competence. And we focus when we talk about our school in on these four dimensions. That is, we investigate the world, we encourage curiosity, we tell children about that. Okay, fine, if you talk about a festival that we do here in India, there are similar festivals happening in other parts of the country, other parts of the world as well. So this is something very fascinating for them. Then it is important to recognize perspectives, respect diversity, communicate ideas across cultures and language, and of course, take action, because until unless we engage together in meaningful local and global projects, I don't think we'll be able to make a better world. And when we talk about us, so we all have two wolves in us. Now, when we talk about these wolves, there's one who tells us about good things, to do good things. There's one that tells us about to do things which are not so good. It is on us that which wolf are we feeding. If we are feeding the good one, if we are doing the good things, of course our world will get better. But if we are not doing things which are good, which are negative, for sure negativity will increase in the world. So we have to see to it that our children, they talk about things which are positive, they come together as a strong force, and they make this world a better place. And I'm sure we can do it together. I'll share some statements which our students have made. That there was a class 9 student after a France school collaboration. His statement was that it made me realize how similar we all are despite living in different countries. Then we did a global STG project wherein a student expressed that I learned to listen without judgment and see things through different lenses, which is so powerful. And if we, you know, make our children learn and realize these things at an early age, for sure they are going to grow up as better individual, better human beings, and that's what we all want. So what we are looking for as way forward is to strengthen partnership with more foreign schools. I invite everybody who is from different part of the country, a different part of the globe, who is from a place which is which we can say we can share a partnership with. We are most welcome. We live in a country which is having a lovely, beautiful, very diverse culture. We have a country wherein you can visit mountains, you can at the same time go to the seas and the oceans and deserts and rivers. And I mean, we have a country which is very beautiful, very varied. And if you visit us, I'm sure you'll definitely carry back some very fond memories. And of course, we would like to not just have a tour kind of a thing, a trip kind of a thing. We'd like to have a long term curriculum linked global project done, taken up with different countries, schools from different countries. And of course, we'd like to have more immersive exchanges, be it virtual, be it in person. But yes, we are looking forward to more such connects, and definitely would like to come together, share our best practices and student showcases. Would like our students to speak to each other, learn from each other, and then grow beautifully together. And yes, when we talk about global awareness, it's not taught, it is experienced. So, whatever I speak about in this presentation, it won't matter until unless we experience and share whatever we are feeling for each other by connecting, either virtually or in person, or, doing exchanges. And yes, let's continue to inspire our young learners to build bridges, not walls. So, together, we are not just educating students, we are shaping thoughtful, compassionate global citizens. And yes, my final thought is about a connected web. So this is about a spider who was trying to tired of being alone, and in her corner of forest she spun a long shimmery web that connected trees to trees. Slowly bees, ants, and even butterflies used their web to reach each other. So of course they were not getting stuck there, but yes, they used it as a way to stay connected with each other. And some feared, of course, the web at first, but soon they saw that how it let them share flowers, stories, and warnings of storms. So the forest became more connected and no creature felt alone again. So true strength definitely lies in connection, not in isolation. So let's all come together, create a connected web, a real web, not the internet one, of course, which is important. It brings us together. But yes, let's create more connected relations, and make sure that we all educators come together and make this world a better place with global mindedness. I rest my case here. Thank you, John, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity.
Well, thank you, Neha. That was inspirational. I think everyone was amazed by your wonderful stories. I think you're absolutely right about global awareness isn't really taught, it's experienced. And a huge thank you from us all at the Global School Alliance as a wonderful ambassador for the key power of global connectedness. I think your wonderful stories illustrate that we are all connected. We all need to maintain that communication. It's a true honor for us all to work with you and to learn from you. And talk about building your legacy. You know what the great work you're doing at APJ Noida, how that connects with your wonderful family of schools.
So I would like to share that I have teachers who have joined from my sister schools as well. I can see. Um, uh, okay, I'll just share. Yeah, Abida Ahmed from Panchsheel, that's our sister school. And I can also see Anju Uppal from Mahavir Marg, which is in Jalandhar. So that's in Punjab. So, because we are a family of schools, we have schools in Delhi, Mumbai, Jalandhar, and of course Uttar Pradesh, which is Noida. I'm sure if you connect in person, for sure we can have a great exchange planned for us.
Brilliant. Well, we're all going to be first in line, Neha, because to experience your vision, to experience your wonderful schools, delighted to do so. And I think that leads us on beautifully to our next speaker. We're very proud at the Global School Alliance to be having our first webinar, not from our officers, but actually from a wonderful school in East London, the Bobby Moore Academy. Now, you may remember the famous London Olympics of 2012, when it was truly the world coming to London to experience what were truly amazing, memorable Olympic Games. Now, one of the legacies of the Olympic Games was the building of this wonderful school that was named after a very famous English footballer. Many of you will know Bobby Moore, who was involved with England winning the World Cup in 1966. And they share that commitment to building a legacy through the key power. Sean remembers well, remembering that incredible legacy. So we're very proud, very delighted to be joined by the vice principal of this wonderful school, Scott Mundy, which at the heart of the school vision is also about empowering young people through education. So he'll be telling us more about this great school, about how they're hosting as well a group of young people from China, and we look forward to furthering our partnership with them. So without further ado, across to the wonderful Scott Mundy, who will be telling us all about his amazing school and his amazing vision for connected global education. Over to you, Scott.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me? Am I working first?
Yeah,
I'm in a room with John, so I just need to make sure we've got our audio set up correctly.
Yeah, all good.
Perfect. Right. So, first of all, that is going to be a very difficult act to follow because that was an incredible presentation. Thank you for that, Dr. Sharma. Thank you for your introduction, John. So, as said, I am Scott Munday, I'm Vice Principal at the Bobby Moore Academy. We are situated right on the Olympic Park in Stratford. And I thought the best way to start this would be to show you a little video on exactly where we are and what we're all about. So hopefully this works.
Bobby Moore Academy, where children and adults across East London come to build their legacy and leave a lasting mark on the world. Built by the London Legacy Development Corporation, the school's foundations stand in the training grounds of the 2012 British Olympiads. It's no wonder sport is a thriving discipline for every student and staff member at the Academy. Adults long to work at BMA, not least to access the Olympic facilities. Children aspire to study here so they can master their skills in athletics, rowing, football, rugby, and a whole host of other sports. Bobby Moore Academy lives and breathes the belief that every child deserves unlimited access to the resources of world-class scholarly teaching,
70 I can remember well,
co-curricular and careers opportunities, often ring-fenced for those privately educated. Before students are accepted to study at Bobby Moore, we work with them to find their passion and dreams. Then we make them a reality, forging career paths that seem out of this world.
Hi, my name is Zain and I'm applying to Oxford to do maths.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm hoping to go to Oxford to study English.
My name is Patience. I'm going to study law at either Brunel, Greenwich or Queen Mary.
My name is Elena and I'm applying to law in the University of Greenwich.
My name is Sabir and I'm applying to study medicine at King's College.
My name is Abby and I will be applying to study history at the University of Cambridge.
My name is Tawheed and I'm applying at King's College for dentistry.
My name is Mia and I'm applying to study film and literature at Manchester University.
Students apply to enter one of 6 houses, each headed by a world-famous face who overcame barriers and smashed down obstacles to achieve their greatness. Our living legends work directly with our students. At Bobby Moore Academy, every child is encouraged to learn a musical instrument with private lessons provided by the school. We boast a world-renowned musician in residence and a BAFTA award-winning resident filmmaker. Access to networks with successful individuals in every field is the master key. No matter their background or level on entering, students leave BMA transformed, ready to maximise their potential and take on the world.
Brilliant. So I think that video pretty much sums everything up, but I will go into a little bit more detail. So it's interesting, almost the theme of today's webinar is about building your legacy, because that is our key vision and our key motto at Bobby Moore Academy. But what I wanted to put on the screen for you now is some of the other kind of mottos that we have and that we share with our children. And that we want them to believe in every single day. So you can see at the top there, only the best from every child, every time, no excuses. We expect the best of them. We have unashamedly higher expectations of our scholars, we call them scholars here, not students. And we expect our scholars, we expect the best from them every day. My favourite and most important is kindness is key. And I'll touch a little bit upon our visit that we've had this week. We're currently in the middle, we've got one day left. having 23 visitors from China with us, which has been absolutely incredible. But I've really seen that in practice, and kindness really has been key this week. A really important one with regards to the area that we're in East London. We have an incredibly diverse group of scholars in our building. And background really does not determine destiny. There are opportunities out there for every single one of our scholars at Bobby Moore Academy, and we will do absolutely everything in our power to ensure that they achieve what they really can achieve, and we will put all the support in place that we need. A few of my other favourites, and we've been talking about this one quite a lot, particularly around kind of exam season, which we've had recently, and owning your mistakes and learning from them. Making a mistake is not an issue at all, and it's all part of growing and building your character. We encourage mistakes. There's nothing wrong with making a mistake, and it's how we learn from that, which is really, really important. An obvious one, which I'm sure most schools have, but respect for others and ourselves. And I think the and ourselves bit is quite important. You need to show respect for yourself. Self-respect is incredibly important. The way you present yourself, the way you show yourself to all of your teachers is huge for us at Bobby Moore Academy. And then a really important one, success tomorrow is created by our choices today. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that one. But the biggest one, the one that's underlined and in bold in the middle of your screen, is building your legacy. And that is what we are all about at Bobby Moore Academy. You heard at the end of that video a little song. That song plays throughout the school day at different points, particularly at the end of the day on a Friday. And you can hear the scholars humming it and singing it on their way out. But the values really are highlighted in that song. And I just wanted to draw out a couple. First of all, we speak about dignity and kindness is key. And I'll repeat that, but it's so important for a scholar at Bobby Moore Academy. Building that good character, which is another important one. Good character, dignity and kindness really, really does turn you into that global scholar, the global ambassador that we want you to be, and ultimately allows you to build your legacy. Now, what support do we put in place for scholars to be able to build their legacy? We are incredibly proud of our house system here. Now, I'd imagine lots of schools do have house systems, and we know we've obviously seen it in Harry Potter. It's all over the world, and it's not just unique to us. We appreciate that. But what we feel is quite unique to us is the way that we have structured our house. We have 6 different houses, and they are all named after key figureheads in different areas. Each house reflects a subject area and a key character trait. Scholars apply to the house that best matches their interests and their future goals. And this has been incredibly exciting recently, as we've had Year 6 scholars who will be joining us in September. We've had them in for their transition day. And as part of that day, they sampled a lesson in each one of these areas. What we've then asked them to do, along with their parents at home, is apply for the house which they feel suits them the best. The house that they feel is going to give them the opportunities. And we know, we appreciate, as a 10, 11-year-old, it's very difficult to decide what you want to be when you're older. And it's that question which gets asked time and time again. But we want them to start thinking about those things early on, not just when we get to picking GCSE options, not just when we start thinking about A-levels in university. We want them to be thinking about those sorts of things right from the beginning. So I just wanted to share a little bit about our houses, because, as I said, we are particularly excited by what we can offer from them. Our first house is called Ali House. And Ali House is the house of scholars who understand the power of language to inform, inspire, and influence. And it's inspired by the life and work of Monica Ali, a celebrated British author whose storytelling bridges cultures and challenges social norms. And we urge anybody who wants to pursue a career in literature, in law, and anything like that, we urge them to join Ali House. And the opportunities which they are given throughout their time at Bobby Moore Academy are really geared up towards what they want to do in the future. Our second house is Anionwu House. Anionwu House is named after Professor Dame Elizabeth Anionwu, a pioneering nurse, academic, and campaigner for health equality. This house celebrates curiosity, compassion, and commitment to public service. Like Dame Elizabeth, scholars in Anionwu House believe in the power of knowledge, healthcare, and generosity to improve lives and build a fairer society. The next house is the one that I'm part of as a teacher of mathematics, and it is Chamberlain House. Chamberlain House celebrates the power of mathematics, curiosity, and innovation, named after Dr. Naira Chamberlain, one of UK's most distinguished mathematicians. The house is for scholars who are bold thinkers, sharp problem solvers, and future change makers. Like Dr. Chamberlain, members of this house use their talents to tackle real-world challenges in business, industry, and society. Our fourth house is Fogel House. Many of these figureheads you would have also seen in the videos. They are regular attendees of Bobby Moore Academy. They come in, they support our scholars, they talk to our scholars, and Ben Fogel in particular has actually taken some of our scholars out on a little expedition around the Olympic Park and teaching them some of those skills which we see in some of his TV shows. Fogel House is named after Ben Fogel, a well-known adventurer, writer, and broadcaster. He's travelled to over 200 countries and taken part in extreme challenges like climbing Mount Everest, rowing across the Atlantic Ocean, and racing to the South Pole. He is a fellow of the Royal Geographic Society and an ambassador for global charities such as the WWF and the Red Cross. Fogel's life shows us the power of curiosity, courage, and communication. We then have Hockney House, and Hockney House is named after David Hockney, one of Britain's most celebrated artists, known for his bold use of colour, contrast experimentation, and groundbreaking creativity. Hockney has worked with everything from watercolours and portraits to iPads and digital landscapes. His career is a powerful reminder that creativity never goes out of style and that it's never too early or too late to reinvent yourself. And last but not least is Holmes House. We are obviously situated right in the middle of the Olympic Park. Dame Kelly Holmes, she did not win her Olympic medals here in London. She won them in Athens in 2004. But Holmes House is inspired by Dame Kelly Holmes, one of Britain's most remarkable athletes, and a powerful example of resilience, bravery, and personal growth. Dame Kelly won 2 Olympic gold medals in the 800 and 1500 races at the Athens 2004 Olympics. Before that, she served in the British Army as a physical training instructor, showing her dedication not only to sport, but also to serving others. Now, we share all of this with our scholars. These figureheads come in, they speak to our scholars, as I've explained, and the opportunities that they are given very much align with these houses. If a scholar wants to hopefully work in a career, for example, in finance, they will be in Chamberlain House and they will be given opportunities throughout their time at Bobby Moore Academy to make sure they have as much work experience and relationships built as possible to help them with their future. What else sets us apart from other schools? Now, Bobby Moore Academy is a school that understands the paramount significance of building partnerships and social networks with providers in varying fields. We're very much a new partner of the Global School Alliance, but it is one which we are incredibly excited to continue to grow. Our commitment to forging alliances with esteemed organisations such as, and many of these which I'm about to list are actually on this Olympic Park within a few hundred yards of us, which is incredibly exciting, and of course we're very lucky to have them around. But such as the London Youth Rowing, East Ed, West Ham United, UCL, British Cycling, BBC Singers, the Royal Drawing School, Bath Festival Orchestra, and the London Legacy Development Corporation has allowed us to ignite a spark of opportunity for our students and enhance social mobility in the vibrant borough of Newham. Partnerships are the cornerstones of progress and success. They have the incredible power to unlock doors that may otherwise remain closed and open uncharted avenues of growth. At Bobby Moore Academy, we recognise that no single entity can cater to the holistic development of our students. We believe in collaboration and synergy, harnessing the unique strengths of our partners to create an enriched learning environment. Take the partnership with the London Youth Rowing. In joining forces, we have not only introduced our students to the wonders of rowing, but also instilled in them a deep sense of discipline, teamwork, and resilience. Similarly, our partnership with East Ed ensures that our students have access to a network of individuals committed to transforming the educational experience. So whether through scientific research, artistic expression, or community engagement, we empower students to embrace the world. The importance of building social networks cannot be overstated. By collaborating with providers in varying fields, we create a web of support and opportunity for our students, ensuring that there are dreams not only confined by circumstance, but rather nurtured and expanded upon. Partnerships allow us to bring expertise and perspectives into our classrooms. The fruits of our partnerships extend beyond the confines of the Academy. Our commitment to improving social mobility in Newham, which is our borough in East London, is the heart that beats within us. Let us celebrate the power of partnership and the beautiful dance it weaves between education and opportunity. Together, we are writing a story of triumph, where our students become the authors of their own destiny. In fostering these connections, we are creating a legacy of social mobility that ripples through Newham, empowering generations to come. It was touched upon in the video. You saw many clips of music, sport and art. They are all really at the forefront of what we do at BMA. Everyone in this school, every scholar and staff member, if they wish, has the opportunity to play an instrument with one-to-one lessons. They have an opportunity to be involved in sport, whatever the level. And they are given the opportunity to contribute to our in-school art gallery. We have an art gallery up on the 4th floor here, where our scholars regularly get the opportunity to exhibit their artwork and show it to their peers and any other visitors that we have into the building. We are incredibly proud of what we are doing at Bobby Moore Academy. We want to give opportunities to our scholars that they would not necessarily be given if they were to be in another local school. And that is our aim, and that is where we are working towards. That's the end of that part of the presentation, but I wanted to just quickly touch upon the experience that we're having at the moment. We're currently 4 days in to our visit, or having our visitors, from China. We have 23 scholars from Shenyang and 5 members of staff accompanying them. They've been with us since Monday, and they're here till tomorrow at about midday, as it's our last day of term. And it has been one of the most incredible experiences that I've had the opportunity to be a part of. I'm not going to lie, I was incredibly nervous over the weekend. All the planning and hard work was done by that point, and Monday morning was a point where I was waiting for these scholars to arrive at the gate for me to welcome them and for me to introduce them to their buddies. I put a lot of effort and work into ensuring I paired them up with people who I knew were going to be able to nurture them and look after them throughout the school day, and it really has paid off. The visiting scholars have been wonderful. They've been an absolute pleasure to have around the building. But in particular, our own scholars, my own BMA buddies, as I've called them, have done me so proud. From day one, they have taken to their buddy, they have taken them around the building, they've taken them to every single one of their lessons. And the friendships that are being forged are just amazing. We've got a few scholars who are going to be incredibly sad tomorrow when we see our visitors leave us. It's going to be quite an exciting day, though, as we have our little farewell ceremony in which some of my own scholars, and in particular some of our visiting Chinese scholars, will be doing quite a special performance for us. But as I said, I'm still at the very early stages of my partnership with the Global School Alliance. But I just wanted to urge anyone who is in this webinar, if you're not already getting involved in any way, or you clearly are getting involved in some ways, you're here. But if you want to go that little bit further and become kind of a partner in school and invite scholars to your school, or be the one that goes elsewhere, I could not recommend the experience enough. And I'm getting a thumbs up from John, but I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I would absolutely love to soon be the school that are kind of reciprocating this and getting some of my scholars who perhaps living in East London haven't necessarily even been abroad. We've got many scholars who that is the case, and to be able to take them to experience a different culture would be absolutely wonderful. I can see the time ticking towards 5 o'clock UK time, so I'm going to pause there and hand back over to John. But thank you all very much. Thank you, John, for the opportunity at Global School Alliance, and thank you all for listening.
Wow, thank you. And I think it's very much the very word that Neha touched on. School Alliance, we want every school to experience power and benefits of global connectedness. We always say you are the most important people in the world. A big thank you to Scott, to Nihar, everyone on the call, for bringing the world into classrooms everywhere. It's absolutely vital. So again, a huge, huge thank you to you all. Now, something that we're really keen on is
being a globally aware school. And I'm very proud of, get this in camera shots, of our globally aware certificates that we send to schools to recognise their commitment to this work. And it's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege to work with Scott and his colleagues at Bobby Moore Academy. Very proud. This is our first webinar that we're having in this amazing school. So on behalf of the Global School Alliance, it's a screenshot time. We'd like to present Bobby Moore Academy with their Globally Aware certificate. Scott is actually sitting opposite me, so without further ado, congratulations, Scott. Here is your certificate, and a big, a big thank you from us all. You are doing great work, and just to say, all the amazing schools and educators on this call, we would also be delighted to work with you. So let's all stay in touch. Nihar, you're doing amazing work in India. But just to say to everyone on this call, many of you are ambassadors, many of you are involved with our programs, and it is a constant source of privilege and delight. Sean, you're doing amazing work. Thank you for joining us. Cesar, Florentina, I know the amazing Lizzie Bow from her amazing school, White House Common, is joining us as well. Do stay in touch. We know many of you will be going on your summer break soon. Best wishes for a very relaxing and restful and well-deserved, enjoyable summer break. We'll be coming back in September. But just to say, again, a huge thank you to Bobby Moore Academy in the very heart of London 2012 Olympic land for hosting us today. Big thank you to Nihar and all her wonderful schools across India. But the biggest thanks are to you. We talk about the great conversation of humankind. Every day, educators being involved in that important conversation that we must all continue to have every day to make sure that we stay connected and to have that communication to ensure that all of us are working together and very much understanding from each other every day. So a big thank you from the Global School Alliance for having that commitment to global education. It's just turned 5 o'clock. Without further ado, thank you for joining us. Stay in touch. We look forward to seeing you in September. Look forward to hearing from many of you in our future webinars. So it's a big thank you from us all at the Global School Alliance. Thanks, Sean. Wonderful. Lizzie Bow, hello. White House Common, good to see you. Manjola, good to see you. Natasha, good to see you. Pleska, good to see you. Great to have so many of our ambassadors with you. So take care, everyone. See you in September. And thank you from us all at Bobby Moore. Take care. See you all. Cheers. Bye-bye. See you later. Cheers. Cheers, Bisela. Good to see you. Thanks, Pesha. Thanks, Radu. Good to see you, Christina. Thank you very much, Dr. Letravino. Thanks, Liliana. Do get your certificates by emailing events@globalschoolalliance.com. Thanks, Usha. And the session is being recorded and will be on the website as well. Thanks, Radu. Good to see you, Christina. Take care, everyone. We'll see you later. Thanks, Ramona. Thanks, Florentina. Okay, thanks, Dahlia. Thank you. It was great to see you. Thanks, AJ. Thanks, Messina. Good to see you. Okay, take care, everyone. See you, Dahlia. See you, Christina. Thanks, Sifo. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Anna. Good to see you, Christina. Congratulations to you. Thanks, Manjula.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sifo. Thanks, Inyat. Okay, take care, everyone. See you later. Cheers. Bye-bye. Take care, Dahlia. Cheers, Florina. Thank you. Have a great summer. Cheers. Bye-bye.